Hi everyone, this is lesson 5 and in this video we shall look at the concept regarding lights. In part A we shall look at hazard warning lights. I am creating these videos as per the request from one of my subscriber friend. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, let's look at some exam relevant theory content regarding lights. The first light is hazard warning lights. This is used to signify a danger. This is used to warn others. This is used to signify if there is a traffic ahead. This is used when your vehicle breaks down. School buses generally use this as a warning if they are alighting or boarding children. You should not pass a vehicle if it has switched on hazard warning lights and it's still moving, and you should switch on the hazard warning lights while you are towing. Okay, now let's look at some questions regarding hazard warning lights that would appear in your exams.
First question, what must you heed in this situation? It's mentioned hazard warning lights on. So let's zoom the image. You see that there is a bus with hazard warning light switched on. Okay, let's close, and the options are: you may overtake the bus while it is still moving. No, you should not. You may not overtake the bus while it is still moving. Yes, that's correct. You may pass the stationary bus at walking speed, provided you are sure that passengers are not endangered. Yeah, this is the right option. Okay, let's hit solve. Yes, this is right. Let's move on. Having crossed the road, a person in a wheelchair cannot get up the curb and onto the pavement. What do you do? I get out of the car and help the person in the wheelchair. Yes, that's recommended. I honk the horn and drive around the person. Definitely not, right? I stop and switch on the hazard warning lights. Yes. Hit solve. Yes, this is the correct answer. What must you heed in this situation? Hazard warning lights on. Let's look at the image. You see there is a bus with hazard warning lights on the other side of the road, and you see a continuous line in the road as well. Okay, but you are on this side of the road. Okay, let's look at the option. You may pass only if you are sure that passengers are not endangered. Of course, that's common sense, right? You may not pass under any circumstances. That's wrong. You will probably pass, but slowly. And which is the last option, pass at walking speed only. Yes. So though the bus is not on your side, it is recommended to pass at walking speed only because the bus has turned hazard warning lights on. Okay, let's hit solve. That's the correct answer. Which statements are correct in this situation? Hazard warning lights off. Okay, in this case, hazard warning lights is not switched on. Let's see. As you are coming from the opposite direction, you do not need to worry about the bus. No, that's not right. Even if hazard warning lights is off, you should worry about the bus. Cars coming from the opposite direction may pass the bus provided that they do so with care. Yes. You may pass the bus provided that you do so with care. Yes. Quite straightforward. Let's hit solve. Yes, that's the right answer. Which statements are correct in this situation? What is the situation? You have a bus with hazard warning lights on, parked on your side. Now it's if you look at both lanes are going forward, so it's a 2-lane road. Let's look at the option. The vehicles in the left lane may pass the bus without paying any special attention. No, everybody should pay attention. Okay, the bus may be passed in either lane, but no faster than at walking speed. Yes, that's correct. The vehicles in both lanes must stop if passengers would otherwise be endangered. Yes, that's true. Solve. That's the right answer. What do hazard warning lights draw your attention to? To school buses with children boarding or alighting? Yes, we have seen in the theory lessons. To traffic congestion? Yes. To vehicles which have broken down? Yes. It's all. That's the correct answer. What must you do in case of a traffic jam in a tunnel? switch hazard warning lights on. Okay. When traffic comes to a standstill, keep a safety distance of approximately 5 meters to the car ahead. That's recommended. Secure and leave the vehicle immediately. No. Why would you do that? Right? Solve. That's the correct answer. While driving through a tunnel, you notice a fire in your vehicle. You are not able to exit the tunnel. What should you do? I bring the vehicle to halt as far as to the right side of the roadway as possible or park it onto an emergency lay-by. Leave the key in the ignition. Yes. Turn on the hazard warning light system. Yes. Switch off the engine. Yes. This is all right. Okay. Let's move on. What do you do in case of a breakdown in a tunnel? Switch on the hazard warning lights. Yes. If possible, park the vehicle in an emergency bay. That's correct. Let the engine run by the way of precaution. No, that's not wrong. You should switch off the engine. You are driving in a tunnel and approach the end of a traffic jam. What do you do? Make a U-turn and leave the tunnel? No. At the end of the traffic jam, switch off the engine and leave the vehicle? No. Switch on the hazard warning lights? Yes. Okay, it's just a traffic jam. You don't have to run from the vehicle. Solve. That's the correct answer. You are approaching a rail crossing. The barriers begin to lower. What should you do? I wait in front of the level crossing. Yes. I continue driving if there is no train in sight. No. You see that the barrier has begun to lower. No. So I switch on my hazard lights. No, definitely no. Not in this case. In this case, I think it's just wait in front of the level crossing. Yes, that's the right answer. What do you do when a bus has stopped at a bus stop with its hazard warning light switched on? Wait if passengers could be inconvenienced. Yes. Drive past at walking speed only and if necessary stop. Yes. Drive past at a sufficient distance in order to exclude endangering pedestrians. Yes. This is all right. Okay. A regular bus in the oncoming traffic has stopped at a bus stop on the same roadway with hazard warning light switched on. What do you do? Slow down to walking speed. Still recommended. Only proceed at walking speed if passenger want to cross the roadway. No. So this is saying that you could go faster and only if you see passenger go to walking speed. No. Even if you don't see any passengers, you are recommended to go in walking speed. Proceed at the same speed since the bus has stopped on the other side. No. Solve. Yes, that's the right answer. You are approaching a regular bus which has stopped in the opposite direction at a bus stop on your roadway and its hazard warning lights are switched on. What must you expect? Passengers leaving the bus will suddenly cross the roadway. Yes. Passengers will cross the roadway only after the hazard warning lights of the bus are switched off. No. Passengers, not all of them are very intelligent. Passengers will cross the roadway in order to catch the bus. You should expect this as well. Solve. Okay. Let's move on. You notice an accident in the tunnel. What do you have to do? Inform emergency services via SOS phone. Yes. Do not leave your vehicle. Switch on the hazard warning lights. You notice an accident, so you should leave the tunnel. Okay. Switch on the hazard warning lights as well. Solve. Yes. Okay, let's continue. You have an accident on a rural road. How do you secure the scene of the accident? If necessary, I warn the other vehicles by using hand signals, for example. Yes. I turn on my hazard warning lights immediately. Yes. I set up the warning triangle in a well visible position about 100 meters from the scene of the accident. Yes. Okay, this is all right. Let's continue. One of your tires burst while you are traveling at a high speed on an autobahn. What do you do? Stop if possible on the hard shoulder, switch on the hazard warning lights and place the warning triangle. Yes. Immediately apply the brake fully and move over onto the whole shoulder. No, you should not do. You should not do emergency braking in autobahn. Throttle down and if necessary steer against and brake cautiously. Yes. That sounds logical. Solve. Okay. A traffic jam is building up here. What is the correct procedure? Yeah, you see that there is a traffic jam. Yes. If possible, switch on hazard warning lights to warn vehicles following behind. Yes, you should do that. Yeah. Drive as far as possible to the right in order to leave room for a channel on the left. This is correct. Okay, because this is as you could see, you are in the middle lane, and hence in this case you should move to the right. If you were on the left lane, you should move to the leftest possible space. Okay, that's the correct answer. Let's move on. Please start the film in order to familiarize yourself. Let's start the film. Let's see, what do you see? Okay, I see that black car had switched on the hazard warning lights. So let's look at the film again. Yes. So he has switched on the hazard warning lights. Looks like there is some accident. Let's go to the question. What should you do? I slow my vehicle down. Yes. I switch on my hazard warning lights. Yes, let's do that. I continue driving in the clear lane. No, you should slow down because the car ahead of you had switched on the hazard warning lights. Solve. Yes, that's the right answer. At night, how must you secure a vehicle which has broken down at a place where it constitutes a danger to other vehicle? Switch on the reversing lights? No. Immediately switch on the hazard warning lights. Yes. Let's warn others. Place a warning triangle at a sufficient distance. Yes. Solve. That's the right answer. Let's move to the next question. Your car suffers from a flat tire on a motorway. What should you do? You should place the warning triangle at a distance of about 100 meters. Yes, I have to. Continue driving to the next exit. No, you should not continue driving. You have a flat tire, right? Turn on my hazard warning lights and park as far as to the right as possible. Yes, that's correct. Okay, let's move on. Let's look at this question. Your car has a fault and can no longer be driven. What must you be aware of during towing? Okay, there are two kinds of question like this. One probably will be in a motorway and probably will be an autobahn. Let's look at the differences. In this case, yes, you should switch on the hazard lights. The towing cable should be kept taut. Yes. The motorway may only be used to shorten the journey to the next car garage. No, you can continue your journey on the motorway. That should not be an issue. That's all. Go to the next. Your vehicle has broken down on the autobahn. Yeah, this is the question I was referring to. So one is on the motorway and one is on the autobahn. What must you remember? Remember, this is on an autobahn. Okay. During towing, both vehicles must have switch on their hazard warning lights. This we know. You may continue along the autobahn to the exit nearest a suitable garage. You must leave the autobahn at the nearest exit. I think third option is correct. Because it's an autobahn, you should consider exiting the autobahn as soon as possible. Okay? Exit. So the logic is simple. We don't want slow moving vehicles to be on the autobahn. So take the nearest exit and move out. But if it's a motorway, it is fine. You can continue. Go back. Now let's look at this question. How must a load to be marked in darkness or bad visibility when it extends more than 40 centimeters beyond the side lights of the vehicle? This is by white light in front and red light in the back, but not by switching on the hazard lights. Okay, so don't switch on the hazard lights in this case, but you just need to mark the front and the back. That's all. Yes, that's the right answer. What do you do when you see this traffic sign on an autobahn? In case of a traffic jam, move over onto the hard shoulder and proceed. No, come on. Increase your alertness, and as a matter of precaution, increase your distance to the vehicle in front. Yes, that's correct. In case of a traffic jam, brake and switch on the hazard warning lights. Yes, correct. Okay, that's all.
Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for part B, where we will cover other lights as well.